Hello everybody, today for you I have a Destiny End Hero deck list for the Edison format 2010. The objective of this deck list is to summon powerful fusion monsters like Destiny End Dragoon in order to overwhelm your opponent. So let's get into it. First up we have Destiny Hero Dogma. Destiny Hero's Dogma's effect is not too relevant. It will mostly be used as fusion material for your Dragoons. Prisma, on the other hand, does have a pretty useful effect. You can special summon him by the hand by tributing 3 monsters. While he's on the field, he negates the effect of all monsters your opponent controls. And also, once per turn, you can target one of your opponent's monsters and equip it to him, and he gains half the attack of that monster. Most of the time, you'll be summoning this in combination with Scapegoat. Otherwise, it is a fusion material for your Dragoons. Next up, you have Elemental Hero Ocean. Elemental Hero Ocean is a searchable water target for your Miracle Fusion plays. You can send it to the graveyard with Prisma. Very useful addition to the deck. Next up we have Elemental Hero Prisma. His effect is you can reveal 1 fusion monster from your extra deck to sell 1 fusion material from the deck to the graveyard and change Prisma's name to that monster's name. So you'll be able to use this to send Ocean by revealing Terra Firma, and you'll be able to use this to send and copy your Plasmas and Dogmas by revealing Destiny End Dragoon. So this is going to make your fusion play a little bit more consistent. Next up we play Stratos, of course, and we play 3 King of the Swamp. King of the Swamp can be discarded to search Polymerization. He helps you get a water engrave for Miracle Fusion. And also, unfortunately, he cannot be used as a fusion substitute for your Destiny End Dragoon because Destiny End Dragoon says a fusion of this card must be done with the above fusion materials. A very unfortunate thing. Next up, we play our Phantom of Chaos. Phantom of Chaos's effect allows him to banish an effect monster from the graveyard to gain the attack of that monster and its effect until the end of the turn. So you'll be using this to copy Destiny Hero Plasma in order to gain this powerful effect, to suck up monsters and negate the effects. And you'll be using this to copy Prisma in order to use Prisma's effect to copy or turn into Dogma or Plasma. Flexible card and a decent addition to the deck. Next up we have some draw cards, Allure of Darkness and Destiny Draw. We have plenty of targets for them. 3E Call, of course. Future Fusion, not as powerful as it is in other decks that play things like Treeborn, but is still a good addition to the deck. Back row destruction is very important in this deck list because your Dragoon will likely die to Deep Prison and Bomblesses. That'll be the easiest way for your opponent to remove them. You might even want to consider playing more back row destruction. 3 Miracle Fusion in this deck. You'll be using this to summon your powerful Absolute Zero, which should be live most of the time. We also play MST, of course, and 3 Polymerization. The Polymerization will be used to summon your Dragoon. Unfortunately, it's not the most efficient way to fusion summon with Miracle Fusion around, but it is the only way to summon Dragoon. Next up we have Rhoda, of course. Scapegoat is a good card in this deck, and having synergy with Plasma, which you'll be playing 3 up. Definitely a strong addition. 3 Upstart Goblin. This deck could have some consistency issues. You do only have 6 ways to get to Polymerization with 3 King of Swamp and Poly itself. So we definitely want to thin this deck a little quicker. We play 3 Deck Devastation Virus. Deck Devastation Virus is very useful in this deck. Not only do you have Deck Devastation Virus's effect, you contribute 1 dark monster with 2,000 or more attack, look at your opponent's hand, all monsters they control, and all cards they draw for the next 3 turns are destroyed. If they have 1,500 or less attack, of course. So this can be used to dodge those pesky cards that will be banishing your Dragoons. So Dragoons reads here. We'll just go over Dragoons now. A fusion summon of this card can only be done with the above materials. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy that target, and if it was face up, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack it had on the field. You cannot conduct your battle phase turn you do this, but once per turn during your standby phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can banish a Destiny Hero card from your graveyard to special summon him. So if you deck Devastation Virus using him, you'll still be able to summon him back. You'd also be able to dodge Deep Prison and Bottomless. This is really a saving grace for this deck. Very strong addition. one Mirror Force, one Torrential, of course. I'm not sure I want to play Judgment because just sacrificing a lot of life points, but it also would help protect your Dragoons. But now, in the extra deck, the only things important to note is, of course, that Terra Firma, Absolute Zero, and Dragoons. The rest of these cards do not matter. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the deck list. I've seen this deck around ever since the days I first started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And when I was a noob, I would get slaughtered by this simply because I did not understand the mechanics of Dragoons. That being said, the deck does have lots of issues. Obviously, the weakness to banishing effects and effects that return it to hand. But it's still a very powerful deck. You still have Miracle Fusions that are going to be live most of the time. And Absolute Zero is strong regardless of how you look at it. And it can win games on its own anyway. So have a good day, guys. Hope you enjoyed.